Hi everyone, this is Cindy, and I just wanted to give you a flip through of the finished Vintage Ladies Journal I made as a design team project for Artzology. The journal is closed with this wire pearl stuff I had in my stash. I thought, oh, that'd be pretty. And then I found this earring that had the rhinestones on it, and I thought, well, maybe those two can work together. I'm not sure, but it's kind of fun, and none of it's attached, so it could easily be taken off. So anyway, that's how I closed it. And this journal measures 6 by 9 1/4. It has a 2.5 inch spine. I made a video earlier where I talked about the spine, and then I was never completely happy with it, and by the time I did my signatures, they didn't fit, so I just cut that original spine out and made a new one with chipboard, covered it with fabric, and sewed the signatures in, covered it with lace, and then put some trim around the edges of the lace, and just made a completely new spine to accommodate these 3 signatures, 120 pages, and it's a chunky monkey, and it's full though. It's got a lot of journaling cards in it. So, and I have these pearls from the signature, hanging from the signatures string. So anyway, just decorated the front with these velvet flowers, velvet and bead flowers that I'm not sure where I got these. I cut them off of something. So they've been in my stash forever, waiting for me to use them, and this was what they were waiting for. And on the back are 2 of the journaling cards that come in the digital kit. It's called Vintage Ladies, and there's 18 pages, and there's like 4 of these cards per page, so you get quite a few to work with. And this is just some paper ruffle I made that's got some burgundy ribbon on it. Okay, let's look at it. In the front here, I've got a library pocket just made out of scrapbook paper and just decorated, of course, and then a tag that I've done some stamping on, and there's some wallpaper and some washi tape and this eyelash trim. Each signature has this wallpaper as the outside, you know, the cover of the signature, and on the front page of each one I put this lace. This pocket is made from handmade paper that's got rose petals in it, and I got it from a kit that you could make your own wedding invitations. Here's one of the journaling cards from the digital kit, and I just made a little tablet out of it and put a little trim at the top. We got washi, we got stickers. You can't tell, but this page is like a shimmery purple. Here's a tuck I made out of a puzzle piece that I just did some collaging on, and just makes a little tuck. And then here's the journaling card, one of them that I just added some bling to it. This is a file folder made out of book page, and it's just got blank paper on the insides and the back, and just one of the journaling cards from the kit, and just decorated with some flour and some cheesecloth. And this paper clip just got some beads on it, some ribbon. If I can get it on there, okay. This is from a vintage ledger, and there's scrapbook paper. The book had 2 images in it, and I took both of them and made just big giant pockets that are side-loading pockets, and that's some velvet ribbon. I have several of these journaling cards that are made from book page. It's got blank paper on the back, and then collage on the front, and then an image that I just cut from one of the journaling cards from the kit. This is a scrapbook paper pocket that's got some ribbon on it, that's got beads on it. The second kit I got was Vintage Ladies Postage Stamps. So I show, if you watched any of the other videos, you saw the full sheet of them. But I'm not even sure how many's on that sheet, but it's a full sheet of them. So many, many of them. And you'll see them throughout this whole journal. I use them to decorate with. This is one of the journaling cards, and I just put some velvet ribbon on it. Here's another one of those postage stamps. This is just a tag made out of scrapbook paper, and I sewed some fabric on it and just did a little bit of collaging at the top. This is a pocket made out of book page and, you know, collage elements on it, and this is just a bridge card. Tag made out of paint chip, and that's an image from one of the journaling cards. I just cut it down. Here's another one I cut down to decorate this page with, and this page has got edge punching. messy journaling spot with the butterfly on it, and then just some lace and different scraps of scrapbook paper to make a little collage or cluster there. It's another one of those book page collages with an image from one of the journaling cards, and I made it into a tuck. And this image is from that one book. I found a book called Victorian Ladies, and I just got some of the pictures out of it, and I just backed it on some thin scrapbook paper that was white on the back. So this is scrapbook paper, and the inside of the signature I have these, let's see, I got them from Tuesday Morning. They call them paper lace, and it's these punch outs. And I just put it in the center of the signature. It's got a lot of holes, so it doesn't sew in real tight. So I thought about gluing it down, but just thought, well, I'll just let whoever gets this book, if they want it glued down, they can glue it down. So I am going to be selling this book in my Etsy shop, Books by Bert, by the way. All right, here is a book library pocket that I covered with some lace and just one of the postage stamps. And here's a journaling card made out of one of those journaling cards from the kit that I put a tab on. This is some scrapbook paper with just some ribbon. Makes a pretty card or tag. Belly band made out of some wire ribbon, and another one of those collage book pages with paper on the back to write on, and just different elements. And this is an old vintage recipe, and I think they make really good elements on these collages. And that's just an image from one of the journaling cards that I cut. This is a page from a reproduction book that shows it's all about games from times gone by, and the actual reproduction book is old. You can see the coloring from it, so I just included that as pages. This is a pocket just made out of scraps of scrapbook paper that I kind of made like a Franken page out of. It's got a little bit of ribbon here. This tag is made out of book page. It's got blank paper on the back, one of the postage stamps. And this here is crepe paper. I looked for a napkin or something kind of in the color range I wanted. I wanted a maroon, a deep, deep maroon. But all I could find was this dark purple. So anyway, it was kind of different. I've used tissue paper, I've used napkins. I never used crepe paper, but it worked great with the Mod Podge. A little bit of lace at the top. And this journaling card, I just put some vellum over it, so it just kind of flips up. This is a banner that's just been decorated with collage. And on the back is blank paper so you can write. So it's kind of like a little hidden journaling spot. This is just the back side of the signature. There's another one of those collage book pages and an image that I cut from one of the journaling cards. Just some coordinating scrapbook paper. Here's stickers in that shimmery purple paper again. This was an envelope I just collaged on, and that was a index card that I just decorated with scraps that were on my desk. And inside here is another one of the journaling cards. Like I said, there was 18 pages, and they all had like 3 or 4 images on there, so you had a whole bunch to work with. Same way with the stamps. I didn't print anything twice, so there's only one of everything, and I had plenty, and actually had some left over. So this pocket is made from this paper. It was in my stash. I don't know where I got it. It's thick. It's like mulberry paper, but it's thick, so it's like handmade paper, homemade paper. I'm not sure. Anyway, I just decorated with some washi and a punch out and that stamp. And here is my folder. I showed this in another video. Got the idea from Grammy's Keepsakes, I believe. It's just 2 envelopes and scrapbook paper and image, and I got some lace on it. And the first pocket I cut just a little shorter, and it makes a pocket, and then the other one like an image on the back, and I think I made it into a little pocket here. Could hold something, so that goes in this pocket. Some more of that vintage ledger. This is vintage music paper, and I just left the perforations on there. That's another card from the kit. Put some of this lace on it that's got the pearls. And this is another book page collage. And there's an image from one of the journaling cards. Just a little cluster. This is a tuck made out of 3 punches three graduating sizes, how you say it? 3 different sizes of circle punches. 2 is scalloped and 1 is the smooth. And then this is made from an old Rolodex card, or Wildex is actually the brand name. It has the single punch, and I'm selling these in my Etsy shop because I have like thousands of them. Well, maybe not thousands, but hundreds. I think I showed a video of that big wheel. It's huge. Anyway, that's some of that wire ribbon that I just cut the wire off and then put that postage stamp there. Scrapbook paper, a little pocket made out of book page and just different items clustered on there, and then just some scrap paper. This was from that book I was cutting the vintage ladies out of. That was just a corner of the paper, and I liked it and stitched around it. Another book library pocket with some lace and different collage elements. And this is just another index card with just different scraps put on it. Another pocket made out of scrapbook paper, an image that I just cut down, and then I put a little bling on it. And then this is a guest check. I just added some of that paper ribbon and an image. And then this is just strings from that fabric that I've been using, that burgundy fabric. Let's see, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this is a tuck instead of a pocket. Another paint chip with an image I cut from one of the journaling cards and some washi tape, and then I edge punched it. Here's the other image from the book that makes a big giant side pocket, and inside of it is an image I cut from that other book. I have a video showing how I went through and cut out the tags. So, and then I just put a border around it of scrapbook paper. Okay, this is a fabric flip. This is that burgundy fabric that you'll see quite a bit of. It's on the spine. And then this is a piece of mesh type stuff. Piece of lace, and then some velvet ribbon, and then some lace across the top. Okay, another book page tuck. This collage, it's got an element from one of the journaling cards, some leftover scrapbook paper. I just made tags out of it. Another one of those tucks made out of the 3 circle punches, and another journaling card that I just added a little bit of lace to the top. You see what I mean about all the different journaling cards? I have not duplicated yet, and I won't either. In the center of the signature, I had this heart doily, and once again, I didn't glue it down, but it could be. On this journaling card, I just hinged it and made it like a little flip out. This is one of my favorite of the cards. I love her. I love her hat. I love her smile and everything. I rounded the corners on this one, add some green velvet, and then this little applique. And it's in a pocket made out of a book page. It's shaped like a tag. This got one of the postage stamps on there, and then some trim. And on this little circle tuck, I just cut one of the circles in half and made a little pocket out of it. I put this little teeny tiny tag that I cut from one of the journaling cards, decorated it. And then here is another book page journaling card, blank on the back, collaged, and then one of the journaling cards that I just rounded the corners on. Put a tab on it. Here's some of that burgundy fabric that I ruffled up. Another book page collage with a postage stamp on it. And then this is just a scrap of scrapbook paper that I like the colors of. That is an applique I cut from it was an outfit for a baby. It was 50 cents at Salvation Army. And the whole thing was lace, and I'm like, okay, for 50 cents, I'll take it. This is a book page pocket, just decorated with black lace and coordinating papers. And another index card, just with scraps on it, and a postage stamp. And then behind it is another index card that's got an image from that book I've been talking about, and that's some of that burgundy fabric. It's just like I said, little scraps on my desk. I pick them up and glue them on an index card. Third signature, lace, belly band. It's got some of that velvet ribbon, which you really can't see. So, and then I put the paper ribbon over it with the satin ribbon on top. And another image from the journaling cards backed onto this collaged journaling card made out of book page. I really love these. I love the thickness of them. This is the journaling card. I added lace to it and some pearls. This is another tag that I put some of that crepe paper on. And then this was a quote from the other book made by the lady that wrote this book. So I put that on there. And that's one of the little appliques cut from that baby's outfit. Another one of those circle tucks, and just a vintage playing card, colors matched, and I just put some paper on the back so you can journal on it. It's a doily. On this scrapbook paper, I tried painting on it with watercolors, and it looks good now, but when I first did it and it dried, I couldn't hardly see the colors. I thought it's really not worth it, but I do kind of like it now that it's dried and you can see the different, just the light colors. Just a tag that's got 2 of the stamps on it and some velvet ribbon, some lace, and some wallpaper. And it goes in this library pocket that's got lace and another image, a little flower, and some ribbon. I just kind of went crazy with lace and velvet ribbon on this. It just begged for it, I think. Guest check with fabric and lace, some of that mesh, some more fabric, one of the postage stamps. And this little journaling card, I went crazy. I have some lace here that's got bling on it, some music paper, some bling there, and you know, I think it's one of my favorite ones. At first I thought, oh boy, I overdid it. Here is just I think it's called Scrappy Embellishment. It's just a cluster of things. This was a stamp, and I just cut it with a circle. You can barely, it was a wreath, you can see part of it. Music paper, postage stamp, a little rosette. And then a journaling card with just lace and velvet and wallpaper on it. Another journaling card, I just put some lace on it, a little botanical image, some more coordinating scrapbook paper. It's an old ledger again. Here's another fabric flip. The same vintage, the same burgundy fabric, some lace, that burgundy ribbon, and then this time I put Battenberg lace on the top. This is another one of those circle pocket tuck things. It's got a little pocket there that I just decorated with different images, and there's the little tag. It goes in there, and then she goes right behind it, and she's one of the, I really like her too. I just put some Battenberg lace on there and some green velvet ribbon. This is a pocket made out of one of those Rolodex cards. Little washi on it, and just a little cluster there. And these are just 2 little tags I made out of scrapbook paper. That's just a little cluster of items. Scrapbook paper. I sewed some of that burgundy ribbon on the edge of this paper. This is vintage typewriter paper. Some music paper, another book page pocket. Inside it is another one of those Rolodex cards. This one was cut short. I'm not sure why, but I just put one of the journaling cards on there and cut it out, and then put some lace on the edges. So it fit in this perfect just fine. Fit in this pocket just fine. Another book page collaged journaling card. Blank paper on the back, just a bunch of collage on the front. This is an image from one of the journaling cards and some of that green velvet ribbon. Where'd she go? Let's see. I don't know, did I show that? That's the other, I think I might have skipped that page. I don't know, but that's another one of those paper things that could be glued down in the center of the signature. I did skip that. Okay, we'll catch up. Nothing like getting lost in your journal. Okay, she goes in there. And then I made this one into a tuck. It's the book page clustered, collaged again with the image from one of the journaling cards. This is an image from that one book, and I just added some lace on it and put it on scrapbook paper so it's a little thicker. Alright, another pocket made out of book page. It's tag shape. I just got different elements there to decorate it. And this was one of the journaling cards from the kit. Some more of that crepe paper that I just Mod Podged onto these tags. Whoops. Things are flying at me. Move it out of the way. Okay, and some lace. And here's another one of those bannered journaling cards. I didn't stitch around that one, did I? No, I sure didn't. Oh well. And on this page, scrapbook paper and some wallpaper, and another image from that one book I cut things out of, and just some lace and appliques on it. Scooter in there. All right, this is the last of the signatures. And in the back, I have one last book page collaged tuck with an image cut from one of the journaling cards. And same thing here, except this one I just made a journaling card out of it. It's got some velvet on there, some lace, and a circle tag with the last stamp I had, and just some book pages and different elements collaged on it. I just got it peeking out right here. So anyway, that is this journal. It's got tons of those journaling cards in it, and I didn't even use them all. I still have some that I'm including with it when I sell this. So anyway, this is going to go on sale in my Etsy shop. So if anyone's interested, you can run over there and look at it. It's called Books by Bert. So anyway, I thank you for watching. I know this was long. Talk to you later. Bye.